We've been dancing for so long under the stars. I feel that's the.
Hey guys, it's Aaliya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back here with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. This is actually a Marvel movie, and you guys know that I'm a Marvel fan. I was gonna say you guys actually know that I'm a Marvel movie. Anyways, you guys know that I'm a Marvel fan. I think you guys know it from Shang-Chi, but then I also posted things in my Instagram stories, so probably from there, I don't know. But if you do know that, that's great. If you don't know, there you go, surprise. It happened from last year that I really got into it after watching WandaVision. I really want to watch it. And then Falcon and Bucky, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I always go Falcon and Bucky. Falcon and Winter Soldier came out, and then Loki came out, and everything just came, and it just made me hooked onto that Marvel thing. So that's the thing. So for now, what I'm trying to say is that I'm gonna be talking about my favorite scenes from Spider-Man No Way Home. I watched the movie, it was so cool, 10 by 10, totally tell you guys to watch it. In simple words, it's emotional, pretty cool actually, it's very emotional. After the interval, I was a crying mess, I will tell you that. Like, I had tears, I was sniffling, I was like, I don't want to wipe my tears, everyone's gonna look at me. And then I was more crying because as soon as the emotional scene ends, another hits the bus, and then another comes. It was like so, I was so into it though. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm gonna be telling you guys my top scenes of Spider-Man No Way Home. So there are gonna be some spoilers, not gonna lie, because obviously we love those scenes, don't we? They're just the audience reactions, they all mix together, and it is super. So let's get on with the video. So let me tell you, the scenes that I'm gonna be telling you guys is where the audience completely screams. Like, I have videos of those because I wanted to take them and wanted to, like, whenever I look through those videos, I have a big smile on my face. Like, you can take this as an exam, I'm like, this is so cool. I just feels like I'm back in the theater, and the whole audience reacted with it, which is the 5th time I'm telling right now. I know I've reminded you guys more than anything. But the first one, let's start from the starting to the ending. The first one, this is not how do I say it? This is not like what I think is my first favorite scene and this is second, that's my top, this is my second topest. No, this is all just whatever I remember. All of these are gonna be my first, all of these are my favorite. The whole movie is gonna be my first. So yeah, the first one is let's see. When Peter Parker and Doctor Strange cast the spell and the whole thing breaks down, I find that a very funny moment, a pretty funny moment at the same time. A moment where Doctor Strange really wants to help the poor kid. He obviously adds the spell, adds other things in the spell. He goes, no, MJ has to remember that. No, Ned has to remember that. I'm Peter Parker. No, my Aunt May. And then Happy Hogan. And then everyone, so many people that he created 5 spells. You can see that round thing around them. If you're wondering, the whole movie is actually replaying in my head. Very fun, isn't that? One thing comes down, the spell eventually breaks, and then the whole other universes come out, and everyone who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man comes into their universe. So that's what happens. And so I think that scene was pretty cool, the way it was seen, the way it was said. And after that, Doctor Strange scolds Peter Parker, saying, "You came here all the way just for telling me that you didn't get into college, but you didn't even ask the college people and just please them." College people, that's a very nice way to say it. The university for giving you a second chance. How can you do this? And he just kicks him out. So that's my first favorite one. Second one is the bridge fight, the one where Green Goblin comes, the one where Dr. Octavius comes, and they fight. There's really not that much context to add in it. When I tell it, it just gets into your minds, and they fight it. But then let me tell you, these scenes are so epic. They're so lit and epic, and they're set in my mind just because of the audience reaction. They were all screaming when Octavius came out. They were screaming when Green Goblin just turned around. They were screaming. So that was great. So that's when they were fighting. He obviously didn't fight with Green Goblin because till then Strange helps him. The Strange opens a portal right on him, and he just comes back to the mansion. But when he fights Octavius, that's a cool scene. And then when he finds Goblin, also it's a very cool scene. The other one is, gosh, I was wondering. I remember remembering each and every one. The fight between, it's not really a fight, but just Doctor Strange and Peter Parker, when he is trying to get the box away from him, and like so he can cure them and send him back. But what Doctor Strange has, he will send them back right now. So what Peter Parker wanted to do is he wanted to cure all the 5 of the villains and then send them back to the universes. Because when they came back, when they were like in their universes, they were about to die. But then soon as they were about to die, they came into this universe. You guys get me? Hopefully. As probably it's just that if you have seen the movie, then you understand. If you haven't, I'm just making you more confused how many died. Just see the movie. Stop it. There's gonna be more spoilers, more than this actually, because this is just what was there in the trailer. So the box is actually the spell that they did, like the starting the movie. My first scene that I said, that spell is all contained into a box. So if you press that button, everyone goes back to the universe. But Peter didn't want that. So there's a whole fight about it. The other one, it's got to be where the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire comes out of portals. Gosh, that scene, I literally had goosebumps on me. Like, that scene was so cool. I love that scene. When Andrew Garfield came out from the first one, and then Tobey Maguire came out, just because Ned, a total average Peter Parker's best friend, the guy in the chair, aka Spider-Man's best friend, the guy in the chair, opened a portal with no practice. That gave me goosebumps. And then after that, Andrew Garfield came, and after that, like Tobey Maguire came, that gave me more goosebumps. So that's gotta be my favorite scene. And then the other one is where they jump off the Empire. Wait, no, they jump off somewhere where they were constructing. Like, 2 of them just jump off and they land. Like, they do their superhero poses. That one was so cool. They tell like Peter 1, Peter 2, Peter 3, and then they just run off. And even my favorite scene, and the scene that I love so much, is like the scene that has got to be something so favorite of mine, is when Andrew Garfield says, "I love you guys," and they both go, "Thank you," and they have this cool, like, you know, emotional moment. I love that moment so much. It just makes my heart flutter so much. So I think that's my favorite scene too. But then after that, they run and then jump off the building. That's my favorite too. And then when they return back to their universes, when they had a group hug, the 3 Spider-Mans, that's cute too. And then also the one where the last scene, that was emotional. Like the scene I'm talking about right after everyone goes back to the universes, when Peter Parker is holding these notes to tell MJ and Ned as they forget. Because after they go back to the universes, everyone forgets that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Everyone forgets the Peter Parker in their life. No one knows Peter Parker. That's the thing. Like, he has yet to introduce himself again. So he has these notes again, and those notes goes like, "Hey, I'm Peter Parker. Like, you know me, but then you also don't know me." It's like a weird thing. We all know Peter Parker is a shy, average, well, not a 16-year-old anymore, but a shy, average guy who is very sweet. That's what I'll tell. So, yeah, that's like my favorite scene too. After that, also, as he moves into the apartment and makes his new suit, that's my favorite scene. And those are all my favorite scenes, guys. That's like very cool. All of them are so cool just because they all give out some emotional effect, and they all give out some like nostalgia feeling for everyone, yeah, for everyone, and that's so cool. So those are my favorite scenes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep supporting. Love you guys so much. Stay positive. Bye.